What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are having a good day today. Happy Thursday. Today, I'm going to be going over the 3 keys, okay, to closing your first wholesale deal. All right. So these are the 3 keys, the 3 things that you should focus on if you're just getting started and you're looking to do your first deal, okay? So if you're just starting off and you're looking to your first deal and you're struggling and you're not quite sure how to get there and you're hitting some roadblocks, this video is for you. All right. So this is going to be a really cool live training today. So if you're watching this live on YouTube or inside my Facebook group, leave me a comment. Let me know what market you're in. Let me know what you're struggling with, and let me help you. I'll address those live here today, and I will come out and I will personally answer your questions and help you. And if you want to come on live with me, just let me know, and I'll send you a code, and we can actually talk back and forth. All right. So today I want to go over the 3 keys to wholesaling your first deal, right? Getting started. So I know this is a big problem, really, right? I mean, always starting. Anytime you're starting anything, it's always the hardest part. Once you can get going and once you can get rolling, it does make things a lot easier, right? Once you have a plan, once you have something, a system in place that you can just replicate, right? Anything becomes easy. But anytime you're starting something new, it does become difficult, right? You got that whole learning curve of how to get started. So today I want to go over 3 keys for you that'll hopefully help you expedite this process and help you start doing your deal, just as quick as possible. And then you can use what you learn to replicate that and start closing deals on a regular basis. All right. So this is going to sound pretty basic, but let's get right into it. The first thing that you need, right, is you need focus. Now, that should be pretty obvious, right? But when I say focus, this business comes down to lead generation, right? The more leads that you can generate, the faster you're going to start making money, right? So it's all a numbers game. But one thing to keep in mind is you got to focus on what you're doing. If you're just starting off, you should be focused on maybe 1 or 2 lead sources, okay? And so maybe you're going to focus just on, as an example, right? You can do anything you want, but let's just say as an example, you're going to want to do, you're starting off and you're going to focus on probate properties, and you're going to do it with text message marketing, okay? That's what you should focus on, right? You should focus on one thing, okay? And once you become a master at that one thing that you've been working on, then you can add additional thing on. Then after that, maybe you want to do, then you're also going to cold call probates. Or maybe the second thing you're going to do is you already got texting down. So now you're going to text, now you're going to start doing probates and pre-foreclosures, right? Then you're going to become a master at pre-foreclosures, right? You need to focus and zero in on one thing, maybe 2, and become really, really good at that. Become a master at that thing and really, really learn it. When you're first starting off, you probably don't have a whole lot of resources. Maybe you don't have a whole lot of time. So what happens is when people are starting off, there's a lot of noise in this business, right? Everyone's telling you something different than you should be doing. There's all kinds of different softwares. There's all kinds of things that people are trying to sell you, right, on how to get started. Now, what you need to do is you got to figure out what is best for you and focus on one thing and become a master at that. Because if not, you're going to get spread too thin. And if you don't become a master at anything, you're going to be dabbling on doing a couple things here, a couple of things there, but you're never going to become a really great at anything. And if you can't become great at one thing, it's going to be hard for you to start doing deals. So master one thing, okay? So really, really focus in and keep it simple, okay? The simpler that you can keep this business, the faster you can start doing deals, right? There's no need to overcomplicate it. You don't need a bunch of softwares. You don't need a bunch of programs. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. You just have to talk to a lot of people and become very, very focused in on what you want to do and go at that and stay at it, okay? And if you can do that and you become a master, you stand to make a lot of money. Okay. So that's my tip number one. Okay. Is focus in and hone in on what you want to do and become a master at it. And then you can start branching out and doing other things. But it all starts with lead generation. Okay. And if you can focus in and you can really become good at something, you're going to have a lot better success than somebody that's trying to do 10 different things but not doing anything correctly. And maybe they're sending a couple postcards and sending a couple texts and doing this, right? You're not going to get anywhere by doing that. If you can focus in and know exactly what you have to do every single day and keep it simple, that's how you're going to advance. All right. So that's my tip number one. The second thing, right? Second key to start closing your first deal. And it's going to sound simple on this too, but it's got to be consistency, all right? You got to stay consistent. And when I say consistent, you have to know how many people you want to be talking to every single day, all right? So what you need to do is you need to set a goal for yourself and you have to stay consistent. So let's just use the previous example, okay? Let's say you decide that you're going to do text message marketing and you're going to focus in on probates when you're first starting. You're going to become a master at probates. You're going to dig in. You're going to learn everything you can about this subject. And you're really going to become good at text messaging, right? Okay. You now need to do is stay consistent. And you have to come up with a process that you're going to replicate every single day, all right? So like I said on step one, this business starts with lead generation. So if you're not consistent with reaching out to people, you're not going to be able to have consistent income. And it's going to be really hard for you to get your first deal. The more people that you can talk to, the faster you can start making money and the more money you're going to make. All right. There's a direct correlation between the number of people that you talk to and how much money that you make. So let me put an example this way. The person who calls or reaches out to maybe 50 people a day, and then there's somebody else that reaches out to 100 people a day. That person that's doing 100 opposed to 50 is most likely going to be making twice as much money as the person who's doing 50. Okay. So what if you can figure out a way to do 1,000? You can reach to 1,000 people a day opposed to 100. Now you can make money. Now you can make 10x the money as the other person. Not only that, but you're going to be making it 10 times faster, right? So think about that as a direct correlation between the number of people you contact and how much money you make and how quickly you make it. Now, just as round numbers, let's just say that it's 1,000 people, that you have to reach out to in order to get a good lead and you can close on that. Some people, it may take 6 months to talk to 1,000 people. Other people might figure out how to do that in one day, which is very, very easy. My company reaches out to multiple thousands of people a day, right? So, but just think about that. That person can make money so much faster. And if they do that and stay consistent over a long period of time, within that same 6 months, right, they're going to make 100x what the other person made. Okay, guys. So you got to stay very, very consistent. So what I want you to do is you need to figure out how many people, when you're first starting off, how many people you're going to reach out to every single day. And you got to time block that off. Okay. You got to time block that off. Now, it all depends, right? What's important to you? What's important to you in your life? You got to have those priorities. For some people, working out's a priority. So they time block every single day, an hour, 2 hours, no matter what's going on in their life. They know on this time is their gym time. Other people will say, well, I just don't have time to go to the gym. Well, guess what? It's just not a priority for you, right? You make time to eat because that's a priority, right? Maybe you're making a priority to watch your favorite TV show. You're putting that priority above anything else. So if this is a priority in your life and you want to start changing your future and changing your life and your kid's life and for generations, it all starts with you. And it all starts with being consistent. And it starts with telling yourself what I'm going to be doing every single day to reach my goal. right? So instead of setting a goal, I'm going to make $10,000 in the next 30 days, break it down even further. I know if I want to make $10,000, I have to talk to 10,000 people. How am I going to do that, right? Now, those are just example numbers, right? But it all comes down to, like I said, reverse engineer it. Number of people you talk to is a direct correlation to how much money that you make. All right, guys? So break it down. Having a goal of making $10,000 doesn't mean anything if you're not actually putting the work in to talk to enough people to actually make that amount of money. All right. So set a goal for yourself. I would like everyone that's watching this to hopefully make a goal of, 100 people a day to reach out to, which is very, very easy. That's not hard to do. Maybe when you're starting off, start with 20 people a day, right? That can be done in 15 minutes, right? And then gradually go up if you need to. And okay, I'm going to make calls in the morning before I go to work, and I'm going to send some text messages at my lunch break, and I'm going to drive for dollars for a half hour after work. And when I get home, I'm going to cold call for 30 minutes, right? Whatever it may be, you need to set a schedule for yourself, and you have to stay committed, and you have to stay consistent, okay? And if you can do that, your life will change. I'm telling you right now, your life will change, but you need to start somewhere. And if you're not consistent with your effort, don't expect consistent income. All right, guys. And that's why I see most people in this business fail. They start, they try, and they give up, right? Because maybe they make a couple phone calls, they hear no, like this is too hard. This isn't for me. When the reality is anybody in this business can make money if they actually put the effort in. If you fail in wholesaling, it's your fault. It's your fault. Think about that. Anyone can make money in this business. If you're not, it's because of your actions. It's very, very simple. I'm no smarter than anyone else. I know people making $100,000 a year, millions of dollars a year. They're not smarter than me and you. But what they do have is they can have consistent effort, and they have a game plan of what they're going to be doing every single day in order to get there. But it all starts with your first deal. So you have to start off being consistent and focused. And if you can do that, the concept is simple. The concept of wholesaling is simple. But does it take work? Absolutely. It takes work. And you're going to fail if you don't have consistent effort. And that's why 99% of people fail in this business. Because honestly, I asked them, how many people, I'm going to give up. This is not for me. How many people have you talked to? Oh, maybe a handful of people. That's not enough. It's not enough, right? If you want to build a business and you want to change your life, it's not that easy. Let's go back to the gym analogy. You think you're going to, all of a sudden get fit, right? After going to the gym 1 or 2 times? No, it takes consistent effort over and over months, if not years, to hit your body goals, physical goals. It's no different in business. If you want something, you have to work for it. Okay, so let's stay consistent. That's my tip number 2. All right, guys, very, very simple, right? The concepts of what I'm telling you are very, very simple because the concept of the business is simple. But, sometimes these simple things are very, very hard to do if you're not used to it, right? Starting a new business is not easy. Starting a side hustle is not easy. But stay focused and stay consistent. And you're going to be 90% ahead of everybody else because most people are not those 2 things. Most people are not those 2 things. And the people who succeed are. Okay, guys? Now, the third thing that you need, this is probably one of the most important things that you need, and I'm not just saying this, is you need to be working with someone, either hire someone or look up to someone. You got to have someone that can help you do this business, right? And I say that because the learning curve is difficult, right? So you need to have someone who's already doing what you're trying to do. So you have to have the right partner, or you have the right maybe coach or mentor to personally help you. Now, this doesn't have to be a paid mentorship. It doesn't have to be anything like that. but you need to have someone that you can look up to and someone that can help you when you have questions to help you get over that learning curve. Okay. And so you can start making money quickly, right? I can't tell you how many people I talk to that, like I said before, they start off with trial and error, right? And eventually that trial and error, no matter how consistent you are, that trial and error, eventually, you're going to get frustrated and you're going to give up, right? And that's just human nature, right? So, but if you have someone to help you that is already doing what you're trying to do, right? You need to find someone who's in this business, who's actually already making good money, right? There's a lot of so-called gurus or people out there helping people who are probably no better off than you are, right? If you're just starting, you need to find someone who's actually doing what you're trying to do, right? And it all goes back. Let me give you another analogy here. Why, most of the time, I think going to college is something you don't need to do because you're going to be learning. You're trying to learn, for me anyways, I want to learn how to build $1 million business. How is a professor, going to teach me how to build $1 million business when maybe they make $50,000, $60,000 a year? Now, maybe they're smart. They're probably a lot smarter than I am. But if I want to learn how to make $1 million, I'm not going to go to college and learn from someone who's making $60,000 a year. Okay, guys. So hopefully that makes sense. And it's the same thing in this business. Yes, if you have someone to look up to that can help you, you're going to be a lot farther along. Okay, but you need to find somebody that's actually in this business and actually doing what you're trying to do. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. So I don't care who you hire or who you look up to, but you got to find somebody that can help you through that learning curve, right? And expedite your process. Because what I see is, it may take you 6 months of trial and error and try to figure this business out, right? Which is fine. If you're consistent and you don't give up for that 6 months, perfect, right? But most people will. Most people will. So why go through this and try and figure it out with trial and error for 6 months when you could just have someone help you and figure it out maybe in 6 weeks? Then you spend the extra 5 months making money, right? And enjoying your life. That's what it's all about. So there's no need to struggle in this business. There's plenty of people out there doing it, and there's plenty of people that can help you. But you got to find someone that you look up to who can answer questions and help you through those times that when you're struggling, right? Because there are going to be times when you're not sure what to do or what questions to ask or, how to handle objections from a seller or, the correct marketing, or there's a million different things in this business. While the concept of wholesaling is simple, the execution can be difficult, right? The execution can be difficult. So you have to have someone that can help you along. And what that's going to do is going to make your learning curve that much faster. So maybe what you could try to figure out on your own in 6 months, it can be done in a couple of weeks, right? And that's going to help you stay consistent as well. Someone to hold your hand, someone to make you accountable. And the people that have someone helping them, looking over their shoulder, make a hell of a lot more money than someone who doesn't. All right. So I don't care who you hire, but that's something that you should really consider. And that's my third tip. All right. And just to go off from that, if you are looking for some help, okay, that's exactly what I do inside my coaching programs. And if you're just starting, I have a program that literally costs only a few dollars. Okay. Because I know when you're starting, right? What I did was I designed a program that what I would be looking for if I was to start all over again, right? I asked myself, and people ask me, what would you do if you were to start all over again? Obviously, when you're starting, you probably don't have a whole lot of money. You probably don't have a whole lot of resources, and you're looking for a way to get started. Right? So why not actually partner with somebody who's actually in this business? So what I have come up with for you beginners out there, I have a partnership program. So if you're just starting off, what we can actually do is we can partner on deals. I will help you close those deals, right? I will help negotiate them. I'll let you know exactly what we can pay. I'll get the contract signed. I'll show the property. I'll sell the property. I'll do all the title work. I will pretty much do everything for you and help you, and we can split the profit. Okay, guys, so this is a huge, huge thing that no one else is doing. And this is a concept of something that I would want if I was just starting. And it's only a few dollars to join, okay? But I'm looking for people who, like I said before, who are focused, who are consistent, who want to take this seriously. We're going to be partners on this, right? So I want people who are serious about this business and they want to make some money together. So that's what this is. It's very simple concept of this program. We will actually partner on deals. We'll split the profit. I will help you. You get all my training modules. We do weekly coaching calls. I mean, we do everything. It's only a few bucks. And that's it. This is exactly what I would want if I was starting off. And realistically, I mean, I get paid when you make money. More money that you make, the more money that I make. And I feel like that's when you're starting, that's what you need. And that's how I came up with the concept of this program. So if that's something you're interested in, just go to apexwholesaling.com. Okay. Go to apexwholesaling.com. I'll put it right here. And I'll put a link down next to this video if you're watching this on a replay as well. Now, for my people who are already doing deals, right? That's my program for people who just started. They want help maybe doing the first couple deals and getting some traction going. Like I talked about in the beginning, once you have that process down, you can replicate it, right? But if you're just starting off, that's the perfect program that no one else is doing. And I think that, you know, I want to be partnering with people who want to start making money together. So if that's you, go to apexwholesaling.com. My second program that I have now is actually a hands-on one-on-one mentorship program. So if you're currently doing deals, right? Maybe you're doing deals, but you're stuck at doing maybe 1 to 3 deals per month. And you want some personal one-on-one help and some coaching and hands-on mentorship, and you want me to personally help you inside your existing business to scale it up to maybe 10 deals a month, I have a one-on-one mentorship program as well that you get direct access, 24/7 access to me. You get, you know, we can talk back and forth right on the cell phone. And it's something that's really, really cool for people who want to scale. But obviously that's high level, right? So you have to be doing deals already, and you have to have money to spend on marketing if I'm going to mentor you one-on-one, because you can't scale a business without spending money on marketing, right? So that's, go to apexwholesaling.com for that as well, and you pick that option. So either way, guys, if you're looking to get in this business, you're looking to scale this business, I can help you. I don't have courses. Okay, what I have is I have 2 programs that are hands-on. One, I will partner with you. The other one, I will mentor you. Okay, neither one of these, you're on your own. So if you like personal one-on-one help, that's what these programs are for, right? It's not a course. It's not something where you're on your own. You got to figure it out. And you're trying to figure out the answers to your questions. It's nothing like that. Okay. So go to apexwholesaling.com if you like that. If that sounds like you, if it sounds like you want some personal one-on-one help starting, you want to partner on deals, right? We can actually do deals together. If that's you, go to apexwholesaling.com. If you want to help scaling past 1 to 3 deals per month and you want to start making 10 deals a month, $100,000 a month, right? You want to build $1 million business, go to apexwholesaling.com as well and choose option 2. It'll bring you to the right place, and we can actually schedule a phone call to talk about what that would look like. All right, guys, that's today's training. Free training. Number 1, stay focused, okay? Stay focused. If you're just starting off, you got to focus in on 1 or 2 things and become a master at those things so you don't get burnt out, you don't get spread out. And once you do that and you become very, very good at that, then you can add another thing, all right? Number 2, you got to stay consistent. And you have to know exactly how many people you're going to be talking to every single day. And if you can do that, you stand to make a lot of money. The people who don't stay consistent are the ones that give up. And that's why it makes it so difficult, right? So stay consistent. Number 3, hire the right partner or mentor to help you. I don't care if it's me, right? It can be anybody. but having someone in your back pocket that can personally help you is going to expedite your results and make it so you don't have to go through that learning curve of learning this business. All right, guys. Well, there it is. That's it. That's today's free training. If you have any questions, drop them below. I will answer them in the comments. And as always, I do this every single week. All right, guys. So if you like this type of content and you want me to personally help you, I'm doing this every single week for free inside my Facebook group and inside my YouTube channel. But if you'd like some more one-on-one help, just go to apexwholesaling.com. All right, guys. Talk to you next week.